times have you been in here and the replays are up? How many times have you been in here and you've heard people celebrating?
And you know what's funny?
Moving on.
No. We're not gonna move yet because he chastised you for using we and I interchangeably, but he does use they accurately and only has named one person.
I've come in here plenty of times, and his death has been celebrated.
Plenty of times. One room.
By who?
It was only one room since the death happened, so you came here plenty of times.
By who, GC? Name. Was it me? Did you read it? Who?
I just gave you the name. I just gave you the
name. That's a name. You said they.
One is singular.
So you I gave you the name.
They're talking about
when I say you, I'm talking to the collective group because there's tacit consent. When I hear somebody celebrating it and it's permissible and there's no pushback in the room, when I was here specifically, there was no pushback.
You're talking about
that gives tacit consent for somebody else to participate. I don't know what chastising happened when I wasn't here, but that didn't happen.
Can't nobody get chastised first off. So you could just say what you don't like.
I didn't say we chastised Brooklyn. That's not what I said.
You say another name besides Brooklyn. You said they. They is plural.
You were celebrating it.
As I said,
when
I'm speaking to you in general terms.
Hold on, because I'm finna fuck your ass up.
Hello?
He did not.
Yes, he was.
I'm gonna fire your bitch ass up. Is that the tolerance of the left?
Tell me what I said, because now
talking a gang of shit about
enemy. Now, bitch, you're finna make an enemy, so you better be motherfucking accurate. Because, bitch, I had a motherfucking
You talking about calling him a racist? You was calling him all these names and shit. Matt G.
Bitch, you was a fucking racist. That's not celebrating his death. You fucking lying, bitch. Don't get fucked up, bitch.
Oh, he's a racist.
Don't get fucked up.
Oh, you out of your body now, huh? Because you know it's true. You was calling him all these names. I'm gonna beat you
out your body if you keep on fucking with me.
You was calling him all these names.
Hey, just give me 1 second, brother.
Like, you playing with the wrong one, bitch. I'm for real. I'll twist you up out your shit.
Just, you ain't got out your body. Let me handle it, Just.
Playing with me,
hey, just give me 1 second, brother. Omari, he asked you, when was he celebrating his death? Your response to that, right? Because I want to stay on topic. You're not going to worm your way out of this shit. Your response to that was he was saying some negative remarks about Matt. He didn't ask you about Matt. He said, when was he celebrating Kurt's
Who said
death?
Matt?
That's the question.
Matt? Who's talking about Matt?
We're talking about, okay, that's what I heard you say. When was Just celebrating his death? Because I didn't hear Just do that at all.
So in the rooms prior to not in the 420 rooms and the other rooms, they was talking about, oh, he's a racist, he's a piece of shit, he was this, he's that.
A lot of people have said there's a difference.
The day he died.
Omari, I want you to be able to differentiate because you're intelligent. I want you to hear me. If somebody disagrees with someone else's rhetoric, that's a lot different than celebrating their demise. If you say, I don't believe in what he was saying, I believe he was X, I believe he was Y, I believe in Z, you have a right to have your opinion about that person. That's a lot different than ding dong, which that's way different.
He said, I don't give a fuck that he's dead.
Indifference, that's still not celebrating.
Show me where I said it. And Omari, let me tell you something. You playing with the right bitch, but you got the wrong fucking idea. I'm telling you right now, I'm not the one to play with, bitch. I'm not. You play tag with all these motherfuckers. You patronize all these other people. I'm the wrong one to play with. You saying some very flagrant shit, and I'm not the fucking one. So you better say what I said verbatim, bitch, and I'm recording it because we're going to take this to task, you bitch. I got your fucking ass, bitch. So repeat it. Come up off mute, bitch.
Pussy.
I'm just say that he.
No, hold up, Ray. I'm gonna give this bitch some time.
Well, am I gonna
come
just,
up
man?
Off mute. You made a very bold claim, so come up off mute and support your claim and state what I said verbatim.
Respectfully, anybody coming out there nice getting shot. We don't leave it between Jess and Omari right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Man, I said what you said. You were.
All right, repeat it verbatim.
I don't even revert him. You know what you were saying. You act like you were not being all like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry to hear this man die.
Bitch, I don't gotta do that shit.
You were not. You
I
were
don't have
not.
to do
You
anything.
were last.
I was the first one. I was the first one who said I don't enjoy people getting killed. That's
evil.
not my style.
That's evil.
I don't have to like him. I don't have to think he was cool. I don't have to think he was not racist.
Similar, bro. Like you don't go.
You are getting sued, ho. You're getting sued. I'm going to make an example out of your bum ass.
You
I
call him a
promise you
racist.
I am. I promise. He is a racist, and so are you.
You were calling him names after he died. That's basically celebrating.
Bitch, that's not basically celebrating.
Okay,
I promise you,
Just,
for the words that came out.
Let me give me 1 second. Mario.
Hold on.
Hold on, Mario.
He just admitted he called him.
I promise you, you're gonna pay for everything you said.
Okay, fine.
Hey, Omari, I want you to hear me.
Bitch, I'm gonna rip the ears out the side of your head.
Omari, listen. Saying a name, right? Let's say, I'm gonna use a random person because I don't want to even deal with Kirk. Let's say Jamal died. And later on, I'm like, you know what? Jamal was a real fucking racist. That's not me celebrating his demise. Me celebrating Jamal's demise sound like, yay, Jamal is fucking dead. Fuck that nigga.
This shit ain't funny, you fucking cracker. I'm going to serve you, bitch. I promise you. You play with the wrong motherfucker. You won't never get in the room around me. You won't put on you. I promise you, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You won't never get in the room with me. You won't never get in the room with me. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
You admitted to that.
Fucking hoe ass nigga.
You gonna sue me for your racist statements?
Yes, bitch.
Okay.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
You do that. Your racist
for defamation of character. Yes, I'm going to sue.
For your racist statement that a man was trying to kill.
Yes.
Okay. You do that.
Bitch, I can say whoever is racist.
You want to call him
fucking crazy? Do you understand what country we live in?
The day he died, you calling this man all these names.
He's a race, and I'm calling him that today.
Hey, Omari, you understand that he said that Martin Luther King was a cheater and everything else, and this man was already dead, right? He did. So was that celebrating his death? He absolutely still stated his opinion about people that were already dead, right? So if the same thing happens on our side, but you don't call that out, we're with them. But when somebody else has an opinion about him, then all of it, because he's passed, all of a sudden it's celebrating. How can he not?
The kid was born. Martin Luther King died.
It doesn't matter. It's still after his death. Regardless. It's still after his death. It's still after his death. Is he alive? Is it Martin Luther King alive?
If he would have did that, if anyone would have did that when Martin Luther King, the day he died, guess what would have happened? That person would have been crucified.
No, they wouldn't.
We would have been angry.
What?
I would have been.
Does anybody understand what I'm saying right now? I'm just curious.
You don't do that when people first die.
Some years ago.
You don't do that when people first die. That's just evil.
You are a whole bitch.
That is evil.
That's why your family is fucked up. That's why you live. That's why you live with 30 motherfuckers in your house, and your kid don't listen to you.
Doesn't matter.
That's why you got a baby out of fucking wedlock. You fucking pathetic bitch.
You're evil.
You're evil. You're evil, and your son can't keep his dick in his pants. You fucking
You're evil, and you're
I
evil.
hate you, bitch.
And I said it. You're an evil piece of shit. That's what you are. You're evil.
And you're not of God, and
you're
your
the
child isn't of
definition
God.
of
Bitch, you have a grandson that was born out of
You're the
wedlock. Bitch,
definition
you are not of God.
evil.
Bitch, you ain't never been of God.
I don't know how you
ain't
got this
about
evil.
God. God don't love you, and He don't
You've
like you.
always been this evil for many years.
Bitch, I'm very evil to bitches like you. You fucking black rat, bitch.
You've been the worst type of person. And the only reason
bitch,
why
I am
people
the worst type of person. Motherfuckers like you, I'm the worst type of person. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. DEI, bitch.
Culture chill. Look, I'm gonna say this right now. This is why do y'all give these punk ass niggas like space to be punk ass niggas? Like it was completely.
You won't get another chance. I'm gonna be up bright and early in every room to block your bitch ass out. Bitch, them funny looking ears won't never hear another word.
Look, man. I remember when my grandma had dementia and we stopped letting her do the prayer at Thanksgiving because we would be there for 20 minutes talking about Job and Noah and all that. Just took the mic away from her.
No, Ray.
Please do this.
Man, this man allowed this.
Ray, hold up, Amari. Ray, hold up, Amari.
He would hang me on a
Hold up, Amari. Ray, you have a point. But there are just people like TC, where TC usually, even though I don't agree with a lot of his viewpoints, he articulates himself well, and he'll be intellectually honest. If you corner him and he's wrong on something, he'll concede. He did it earlier, right? Omari moves the goalposts again and again and again, and doesn't even stick to his own conversation, like his own points. That he'll mark the line, and after you corner him at that line and prove him wrong with his own logic, he'll refute it and move the goalposts again, which is not honest as far as having a real discourse, right? If you're going to say you can't have an opinion about somebody after their death, then that should go both ways. Otherwise, don't say it. But you had no problem when the other side was doing it. But if Just has an opinion about him after his death, which is far from celebrating, which is another way that you try to get away from the conversation that we were initially having, that's the first goalpost move. Because first you said he was celebrating. Because he had an opinion about the man, he's celebrating. That's having an opinion. There's a big difference.
Man, they were fucking like that.
Now, mind you,
and I did when they were
against the law, if this becomes against the law or something happens, this man will play. Bitch, you finna get the fuck out if you don't shut the fuck up. And I'm dead ass serious.
Whatever, I don't care.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
That's what needs.
You keep on fucking playing with people's livelihoods. Now, if something turns out to be illegal with this shit, you done set up on here and play with my name, bitch. I don't play like that.
Don't forget
you think being antagonistic and making jokes and shit is funny, bitch? I'm not play like that. You will be in court for the rest of your life, ho.
Just don't forget this is.
I promise you, I will turn over every rock to fuck your life up. Don't ever play with me like that, bitch. Anything I said, I stand on. Immediately when he died, I said, I don't believe in people getting shot for what they fucking gotta say. I didn't like him. I said that before he died, and I would be a punk to say I don't believe it after he died. Again, like I said, with the exemption of Gemini and Haitian, I'm consistently one of the realest niggas on this fucking stage, and I stand on whatever I say. You niggas hate yourself, you niggas hate being black, and you want to come and shed that fucking shit on us. Bitch, I will never be pussy, and you'll never threaten me, hoe ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to say he did not celebrate the death. Because me and him was talking and said at the same time, Charlie Kirk got shot. Somebody shared the video and I was like, oh, that nigga dead. And the next thing out his mouth, yo, I'm not cool. I don't celebrate people dying. He did not celebrate that man's death, not one fucking time. And has not. It doesn't seem to be a part of his character. And when people did celebrate it, they were immediately reprimanded for those views. And other opinions came out because I started listening to y'all, and then my shit changed. Like, yeah, that's kind of not right. But still, I don't like the shit he said. So, as we say, don't come up here lying on people. For real, y'all playing with people's character, it shows your character when you straight up and down lie on people for entertainment. That's some Real Housewives shit.
I could tell you, I don't lie.
Anything happened to me, I promise you, my nigga.
I don't align with most of the things he said, but I'm not celebrating his death, and I'm not happy that man died the way he died. That don't mean I'm celebrating his death.
But here's the thing: we shouldn't even have to say that, okay? Because Democrats have been trying to push for gun reform for a while, and it's only been MAGA and fucking Republicans that have been stalling it. So now that one of yours got shot by someone who also believes in the Second Amendment, what do you want Democrats to do? What do you want the left to do?
They don't want nothing. They just want to sow discontent and shit like that. And now it's a free speech issue when years ago it was a free speech issue on their side. These people are not honest about anything. They just want people who don't think like them to suffer. And in this situation, one of their own did something to one of their own, and they just run around with their heads cut off. So the next thing they're going to do is try to silence us. We don't have the same thing when Al Davis died. I said on the same thing. He was crazy at the end. And on that, I'm going to say the same thing about Jerry Jones when he died. He wasn't good. I'm not going to celebrate him.
I don't like Trump now, and I said I don't like him after he passes, does that mean I'm celebrating his death, or that my opinion has never changed?
We live in a whole country full of free speech. Charlie Kirk himself, and TC, I hope you're here and hearing this. Charlie Kirk himself was an advocate for free speech. I'll tell you why. Because when he started Turning Point and throughout the whole Turning Point career, he had to contend with universities not wanting him to come up there because of the type of rhetoric that he had. That's where the term snowflake comes from, when they were called the Democrats snowflakes, because they didn't want to debate them, because they didn't want this exact type rhetoric on their schools. They ended up winning and were able to come because they're under the guise of free speech, the First Amendment. Here we are, when this same person has had an untimely demise, American citizens cannot say, what they feel. Whether it be they hated him, whether they celebrate. This is free speech in our country. And that's what I said the day he died. I would never police nobody for how they feel, whether they're gleeful or whether they're the other boy, the white boy who be on, he's a Democrat, he cried. I made space for that. I have grace for that. However you feel, you get to feel, especially for black people. And I stand by that.
It's nothing like these people, it's just so like fucked up in the head, like real shit. And it's kind of sad and sickening because I'm free speech no matter what. I didn't agree with 95% of the shit Charlie Kirk said, but he has a right to say it. And I have a right to not give a fuck about it, but y'all just, I don't know why y'all get off on this so much. Y'all always changing. Like, I can't articulate my thoughts right now, but just my advice, don't even give them niggas a mic. Cause you know what they about. I done been in here 2-3 weeks and seen Manfinity's character. I done seen Omarion's character. Like, I platforming these niggas.
Them niggas is dangerous. Them niggas is the hall monitors, the tattletales. Like, bro, you gonna sit up here, and that's why I don't like him, and I didn't like him yesterday, because that type of shit is dangerous. You doing that, trying to say, oh, you said, and then every time you get asked, you can't point to nothing. You just out here trying to throw niggas under the bus.
And that shows something else too. That shows he has no sense of fucking community. Because I can guarantee you, if this was a more fair-skinned space, he wouldn't do that. But he will do that to black people. For what?
I think he knew you didn't say that. He's just trying to throw you under the bus. That's what I really believe.
Yeah, he want to put, like, he did the same. I watched him do the same shit with Brooklyn. And the thing is, people can say what they want to say, bro. Like, they can say, the administration can say, oh, we're looking at y'all's social media or whatever. In this country, we have freedom of speech. That's just it. Now, what I said is, I'm not, that's not my style. I ain't into scary movies. I'm not into gruesome shit like that. And I mean, it just ain't my style to watch somebody. That shit was crazy to watch to me. But I'm not about to lie and say, oh my God, I was distraught. I don't think nobody should be taken away from their kids. I care about kids, so that's a soft spot for me. So I don't really fuck with that. But I'm not about to lie. I was just watching a nigga like 2 days earlier thinking like, damn, his opinions is real fucked up. It's real shitty. Why would I change that? Because he passed.
What's crazy is most people that be putting their mouth on him don't even know who he is. They just learned about him 2 days, 3 days ago. Never even followed the guy. They take clips from somebody chopping up what he said, putting it together to make it seem as if it's more it's harmful and worse than what he actually said. And that's the clips that people are digesting and thinking they know all about him, and they're going to call him racist and shit like that. The propaganda is really heavy. I've seen Jamal Bryant do it. Shame on him. He calls himself a pastor. Shame on him. He's bringing shame to the faith. I watched the video where he chops up. I watched the video where he chops up Kirk's words to say stuff that he did not say in one sentence, taking parts throughout the video, putting it all together at one video to make it seem as if he's saying, you can take my words and break it up into 4 and 5 different parts and put it all together to make it sound like I'm making one continuous statement when I'm not. And that's exactly what Jamal Bryant did. And he's proliferating that shit across social media. He ought to be ashamed of himself. It's ridiculous.
Hold up.
You take yourself seriously.
Hold up. No. You know what's so funny about that? Wasn't that the same thing that the super PACs that was supporting Trump doing to Kamala Harris?
And then shame on them too. It rains on the just and the unjust. It doesn't matter who they are. You don't do that. And you know what? They're not. It's one thing if he was alive. Wait. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. It's one thing to do that when somebody is alive and they can respond to it, they can defend themselves. It's real grimy to do that shit when that person has been assassinated. What type of human being does that shit? Like, you gotta be a cowardly, weak imbecile, like impossible of doing anything for yourself to have to chop up somebody else's words, especially when they're dead and they can't defend themselves.
In the world,
how shameful, bro! That's the worst. And to make matters even worse, you're proliferating that shit across social media to get people to convince them that he's worse than what he is. Nobody's perfect. Everybody says stupid shit all the time. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that comes out of people's mouths, particularly Kirk. He said some stuff that were problematic. He said some stuff that was probably didn't need to be said. But for you to chop up his words and put it out there for people that never heard of him before to say, oh yeah, this guy's racist, when he can't even defend himself, you're not worthy. You're not worthy of having a debate. They couldn't debate him when he was alive. They wouldn't go to his face. Jamal Bryant and the others wouldn't go to his face and debate him when he had an open invitation for anybody to come. But now that he's dead, you want to become all prolific? And you want to come off mic and you want to be all strong and say, oh, he's racist and all this stuff? Why you didn't say that to his face when he was there?
Give somebody a chance to respond, DC.
TC
If somebody gonna respond, one mic on you, whoever gonna respond.
TC, a young man by the name of Parker, he was there to debate him. I mean, they show up.
Great, more power to Kirk. More power to Parker.
They will never be shown on air though, because Parker usually drags the shit out of him. Okay, in all his points, which is very unfortunate. We don't get to see it, but Parker also ran for his life the moment he got shot. He also came on video saying how sad he was for his family. He is also very much a progressive and a leftist. He got a lot of lick back, or he got
pushback,
reprimanded by his own constituents, because it was like, why would you empathize with a bigot? Right? But he, even himself, who has debated him multiple times, who has debated Kirk multiple times, said, listen, shootings, no matter, it is not necessary. We need to do better. We need to do better as Americans. We need to do better as a people. So this thing that you have with saying that leftists are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, it is not that. Some of us feel indifferent and some of us empathize, but nobody is celebrating that. And that is the narrative that a lot of you maggots push, and that is inappropriate. That right there is inappropriate.
Oh, well, more power to Parker. I don't know who you're talking about calling MAGA maggots and stuff like that. That must be more of that. No, you don't know who I am, respectfully. You certainly don't know who I am. And that's that propaganda again that's telling you that somebody that you don't know. You don't know me, so don't call me something that you don't know.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. I gotta take control of this stage. Look, this is what we're doing. If y'all gonna have a squabble, that's fine. It's gonna be one-on-one. Ray, mute up. Let the other person finish. No, they were going back and forth, so you had to come in afterwards. I gave you a chance earlier. Juicy responded. So hold up. Just respect the stage, please, Ray. Juicy, if you're gonna respond back and forth with TC, that's fine. Wait till he's finished with his submission, then give yours, and when y'all done, then we'll resume the conversation. That way, otherwise, it's just everybody talking over everybody. It's just chaos. We gotta have structure.
Okay, Gemini, can I say this?
Now let them after them. Let them conclude their dialogue, and then it'll go right back to you, brother. Go ahead, TC.
Very characteristic of the intolerant left. Somebody that doesn't know what she's talking about. Claims to call me maggot and MAGA. Doesn't know who I am. Doesn't know me personally. I never once addressed this, what's her name? Juicy. I've never addressed this juicy person before in my life.
Well,
I don't know her. Excuse me. I don't know her. I've never met her before. I don't know who she is. And she seems to know I'm a maggot and a MAGA and all of this other stuff. You are. It's uninformed. It's uninformed. And it's emblematic of what we've seen from the left over and over and over again. And America's tired, which is why the left continues to lose election after election after election. Your presuppositions are grounded in ignorance, but you're so loud and proud with the ignorance, and you're so happy to display the ignorance that you don't see the ignorance for what it is. It's folly, it's foolishness. America laughs at you. But nonetheless, she wants to, that's fine. I'm going to address Parker. Good for Parker. There are decent people on the left that gets chastised from their party when they do decent things because they're not anarchists. The party has been, this movement has been taken over by anarchists, Antifa people who wants to assume a position of authority, taking it by force when they don't realize they don't have the strength behind them to take anything. They want to use violence. Violence will be met upon them. Utah is seeking the death penalty against Robinson.
Okay.
Good for you. Congratulations, Left. You put forward your champion. He will die at the hands of the state. I don't know who this Juicy is. I don't think to respond to this Juicy. And I don't know who this other guy is either that's talking either. You know, barking across the stage and talking and threatening people with lawsuits and shit. He's going to beat somebody's ass. Real big of these people.
Respect the stage, TC. One mic on Juicy.
Wonderful. So Charlie Kirk did not die from an Antifa, okay? He died from a right-wing nut job who was about an impressionable age, was white. He wasn't trans, he wasn't an immigrant, and he was very much in a Republican state. Okay, let's start there. The violence is coming from your neck of the woods, you fucking weirdo. And yes, I know you. I know you from Lose Room. TC stands for total cuck. It stands for total clown. That is you, my dear asshole of a foolish young man. Okay? Thank you. I yield.
Okay, me. So you said it was to top up Kamala Harris's words, but I know without a shadow of a doubt you didn't say nothing against that.
It's amazing to me how many people know me here. You guys don't know me. You don't know me. I don't know who these people.
Let them finish, TC, then I'm gonna make sure you don't get interrupted as well. You know I do the same for you, bro. Go ahead, finish what you're saying, Ray.
So this motherfucker made me lose my train of thought. But as I was saying, I can guarantee you didn't say anything about them chopping up her words. You also said, I forgot what he said. That's his debate strategy, interrupting me like Trump used to do, shit like that. You said that the left keeps losing elections when they won the one right before the last one. You're just making up shit in your head to sound like you really know what you're talking about, but you don't. And I don't have to know you, and I don't want to know you. I can see from your PTRs that you're a Cowboys fan, so I don't want to know you or at all.
Well, at least this gentleman brings some perspective to the conversation that's devoid of personal attacks and ad hominem. So I'm willing to engage with him. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott favors me. So people call me Dak all the time. I use that in my PTR to make fun of Dak Prescott. Number two, the point about the elections, sir, what election are you referring to? The last election we had in this country, federal general election, was in 2024, okay? Donald Trump won that election. previous to that, you had the midterms in 2022. In 2022, Republicans took more elections than Democrats did by volume, more seats and more just sheer number, more elections. State houses went to Republicans. Democrats net lost seats, state houses. Republicans net picked up houses. Senate net losses by the Democrat, net wins by the Republicans. I think in the House, Democrats picked up a few more seats in 2022, but they still lost the majority. So what election in 2022 did they win?
Okay.
Hakeem Jeffries, hold on. Hakeem Jeffries is not.
For so long.
Hold on.
Train of thought.
Well, I'm giving you facts. If my facts is what's making you lose your train of thought, just write them down. They are 100% correct. Did the Democrats win the House in 2020? Did the Democrats win the House in 2022?
Let me respond.
No. We're not talking about. He said the last election. That's 2022.
The last election was 2024.
No, before, yes, 2024 they lost. 2022 they lost.
I specifically was talking about, and I believe I said the last presidential election before the last one.
No, you didn't say presidential. But if you're correcting it now, that's fine. But
Okay.
if you're criticizing what I said Democrats, I said liberals and the leftists continue to lose election. I'm talking about in recent history. I'm talking about 2024. I'm talking about 2022. I'm talking about even before that, 2021. Continue to lose elections.
But you stopped at 2020. Okay, that's fine. You do know that historically, the party that's in power in the executive branch usually loses the midterm elections. It's like historic. That's a historical fact, because the power that's in party usually rests, while the party that's not in power, they get to sit up and just make accusations and criticize the president. So they usually do really well in the midterm elections after that. You do know that, right?
You do know historically presidents typically enjoy 2 terms. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm very
So
much
why
aware of that.
so why didn't this party win 2 terms?
Because it wasn't the same president, and Joe Biden probably has early onset dementia.
I agree with you. And so it was you guys that put him up, and it was you guys that put up Kamala Harris. And even with his early onset dementia, Kamala Harris,
We didn't.
you're correct. You're right. You're correct on that. I won't quibble with that. You're 100% correct. You didn't elect her. So why was she selected?
Because she was the vice president.
And no, she didn't have to take on she didn't have to take on the nomination just because she was vice president.
No, you asked me why was she selected.
I agree, but my question, your answer was because she was the vice president. So assumes that there was some sort of obligation for her to take on the nomination simply because she's the vice president.
So historically, vice presidents after the president's second term usually run for president and usually wins that party's nomination. Correct?
No, they don't. We haven't had a vice. No, you're wrong. We've not had a vice president turn president in the last 30 to 40 years.
I didn't say that.
No, ma'am, respectfully, he said after the presidency, the vice president.
I didn't say that.
All right, so what did you say?
They win the party's nomination.
No, you didn't say win the party's nomination. You said wins the presidency.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, when was the last time we had a vice president? When was the last time we had a vice president win the party's nomination?
Al Gore.
How many years ago was that? Al Gore was Clinton's vice president.
25 years, bro. No,
exactly. That's not recent political history. We've had 4 presidents since Bill Clinton.
Only a few presidential elections before.
Okay.
Let's just set this. It
wasn't going to be Dick Cheney, number one.
Dick Cheney didn't win. Biden didn't win. Pence didn't win. Okay. Harris didn't win.
Okay. Yeah.
Harris did win, I guess, but she was selected.
This is why I can't. This is why I say I cannot talk to these people. He is twisting my words around. He knows what I said, and if I didn't say it clear enough, he knows what I mean. Okay, let's go from here.
Honest.
Al Gore
And then Dick Cheney, I know Dick Cheney didn't win because Dick Cheney didn't run. Dick Cheney was never in a position to do that. He wanted to be vice president. That's all he wanted to be. So then the next election after the Bushes was Obama and McCain. So there was no vice presidential nominee to run. Okay? Bam. So then Obama's vice president was Biden. He did not win immediately because we know there was a sweetheart deal for Hillary to be the next nominee. Bam. Hillary versus Trump. Trump won. Mike Pence was not in a position because the right wanted to kill him on January 6th.
You got a lot of support for your claim here, brother. You've got vice presidents that ran and did not win the nomination of their party.
Very few after Al Gore ran. The only one that actually ran was Pence and Biden. And
just
Biden,
low quality rappers gotta bribe rap room so he can win the rap room.
But he did win.
He did not run as vice president. Stop it.
He did not run for president as vice president. Of course he could. But I just explained to you that we all know Hillary Clinton had the sweetheart deal, and it was even in her campaign slogan.
For the sake of argument, I'm willing to concede that on the left, we've had more Democratic candidates, Democratic nominees from that were previously vice presidents. I don't think we need to beat this into
Now we don't need to beat the horse because I'm right. Okay.
So we don't need to beat the horse on that. What's your point? The point I'm making is
it's
simple.
2025. Grow the fuck up, fag. Go to the gym and read a book, dummy.
You have a band of misfits that get together and criticize, which criticism is fine, but you lose elections.
Yeah, I hear this bullshit. Do these women have a rest?
Consistently lose elections.
Loses elections. Every side consistently loses elections based on the temperature of the country and how they feel like the president is doing. And as I said,
Trump had 2 terms. Listen to me. Trump had 2 terms.
You can only win against girls.
Stop it.
I mean, that's what it says. He can only win against girls.
Trump had 2 terms. Obama had 2 terms. Clinton had 2 terms. Bush had 2 terms.
Historically, the power that holds the executive branch loses their midterm elections. Historically, I can't think of very many times where it didn't happen. But what are we talking about? You saying it like that's some new news. We know how the country goes. The president's in power. The other party gets to do nothing but criticize everything they do and they lose the midterms. But somehow they usually win re-election. Okay, so what's the point? So I just shitted on your point that the left is losing elections. The right loses elections. I can guarantee you in these midterms, the right is going to lose a lot of elections as well.
No, they won't.
You guys agree that you're all you guys agree that you're in a failed democracy, right? Where the right and the left argue thinking it matters when it's really the rich and the poor. Like you guys are literally slaves in America. You're poor, don't you? No. All right, fine.
I don't know what he's talking about. I think we had. I mean, this wasn't the highest level debate, but at least it was respectful. I conceded a few points. Graciously, actually, and that's emblematic of somebody that doesn't have to rely on ignorance to make their points, like the previous speaker. Actually, I at least have respect for the guy that he actually was able to bring some legitimate points. Again, it wasn't a high-level conversation, but it wasn't riddled with a whole bunch of ad hominem attacks.
Do you see how you have to give yourself credit? Like you have to I look like that. This is coming from.
All right, so I see now we're going back to the ad hominem. This is the left. This is the ignorance again, right? This is the uninformed battling, going on belligerence. This is the belligerence. He thinks he's smarter than me. He knows he's not smarter than me. I've backed him up plenty of times, and that should say more about me than it says about my college, right? The fact that you don't even have any respect for my college, and I still back you up on a regular basis.
You don't pack shit up.
Here goes the ad hominem belligerence again, right?
Cheeks, bitch.
The belligerence. Here's the belligerence.
Back up is
here we go.
Them big ass cheeks,
the belligerence.
Because you don't pack shit up.
the belligerents. Here we go with the belligerents.
Right.
There's no substance. There's no substance. There's no defensive positions. There's only belligerents. This is what you have to gain from the left.
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're done. Shut up. Next. Manfinity, you want to get ate the fuck up? You came up here to get beat up too?
I will concede that it wasn't the most intelligent debate, but that's because the person I was debating wasn't very intelligent.
Imagine a bitch from Liberty College coming and playing with you. Bitch, if you don't go get my fries and leave me the fuck alone.
You really a wedding planner, TC?
Yes, a wedding planner. A whole wedding planner. The epitome of masculinity is a wedding planner.
This is what the left does. They spin out lies.
This is what they do is fold your ass up. Yep,
you can anybody can look me up.
I can poke
anybody can look me up. My company is a public
wedding planner who graduated from Liberty College.
My company is a public
company. You have accomplished nothing in life. All of the standards that you expect for everyone else, you have not accomplished them.
Anybody, and now he wants to shout me down. Now you want to shout me down.
You went to Liberty College. Do you want to know what school I went to?
My credentials are very clear. I make 4 times the amount of money that he does, and I'm happy to stand by what I do.
What's my salary?
I'm not a wedding planner.
So what's my salary?
And I have wedding planners that work for me. But I am not a wedding planner.
Because you would have to.
I guarantee you.
Okay, so what's my salary? What's my salary?
You tell me what it is. You tell me what it is.
You said you make 4 times more than me.
I guarantee you I do.
That shows you're stupid there. You don't get no basic thing.
Let's put up the tax return.
You just said.
Let's look at